We're live. Hope anyone who is here can hear me. I still haven't figured out audio stuff yet, but we'll get to that point at some point. I haven't had much practice with that, but I'll get to that point eventually. We're live. We've got one on. Who's on? Make yourself known, whoever you are. No one in the chat yet. We are at 7 o'clock and we're live for our monthly. Who's here? Anyone? Who's here? Who's here? All right. Well, there's one person here, so I'm just going to get started anyway. So last month was probably our best live, I think, based on what we what our previous ones were. I think that's with how smooth things went and stuff like that. I think we were pretty good last month. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how things are going there. I think obviously growth in that area is going to be pretty obvious moving forward with regards to that. Who we got? Committed and Stooping Fishing Adventures. How you going, mate? Thanks for dropping in. I had a feeling I'd see you, being that you're the only person that actually messaged on the post yesterday from YouTube. I understand it's probably a bit late notice, but we're there and we're all good. Yeah, so obviously growth in that area is going to be pretty obvious to start with how we progress and things like that. But we do thank you again for rocking up and saying g'day. Jeff Bades here. Daryl M says evening. Daryl, I don't think I've seen you here before, but thank you for dropping in, mate. I appreciate your views. So I thank you all for being here and joining me at short notice, as I said before. So yeah, if you are here, 6 of you's on. I've got 3 saying I'm here and I'm good. If you want to jump in the chat and say good day, please do so. We're here for that. Okay, so we've been here a couple of minutes. I might just go straight to fishing reports now. Fishing reports have been a little bit dry for me this month, so I don't really have much to report on other than what I've experienced myself. But I'll get to a little bit of that later on. Alex is here. Alex, I heard you were a bit crook, mate. You ended up having to drop short on one of your trips, mate. So I'm sorry to hear that. But I hear you got some fish anyway before you left. But yeah, obviously didn't get as much time on the water as what you probably hoped for, being you fell crook. So yeah, hope you're feeling a bit better after a couple of days rest. So this month, early this month, I chased a bit of trout on some lures. I was intending to chase them on glide baits to see if I could get some on glide baits, but didn't get far with that one. Actually, it was the kind of water I was, fishing wasn't really suited to that kind of thing. But they weren't in the area I was planning on fishing for them with them. So yeah, that's all good. Hooked up and caught one. Didn't really like the footage from that one. Tried on another one. Got hooked up on another one and got busted off. So that wasn't ideal. But there's some fish around. I don't think I've timed weather events as well this month as I would have probably hoped. That and obviously work commitments don't help with that either. The fact that I can't just drop up the hat and go fishing. So yeah. Hooksy says not feeling too hot. Hopefully back into them next week. Oh yeah. Well. Hopefully you recover nice and quick there, Alex. Thanks for tuning in tonight, though, mate. I'm hoping this live does something for you anyway. So, yeah. With the cod, I've been out after cod once this month, and that was over the long weekend. I went out with Shane, checked out a couple of new spots after getting the tinnies outboard fixed up and ready to go again. So, gave that a bit of a run. That went pretty good. I didn't catch any fish that day, but we checked out a couple of spots. I know where I'm not going with the boat and where I will try again with the boat, which is good. So, yeah, found some good little areas that look like nice zones. We'll catch some fish. So, yeah, Shane got one small yellow belly and he dropped a couple of fish off the top as well, which is nice to see some action in there. And, that was pretty good. So, yeah. Local stuff. Local stuff has been pretty quiet for all accounts that I can find in terms of freshwater anyway, carp, redfin, that sort of thing. It's been pretty slow. I probably think that bait fishing would be the go after rain and stuff like that with worms and things like that. Have seen a few posts on socials with redfin and stuff like that, but reddies are seeming to slow down a little bit at the moment. So, yeah, they're still getting caught though. So, I mean, it's never worth writing off if you want to have a go. Jacob Delzell says, "Hey, hot my first trout on fly." Hey, got my first trout on fly is what I'm pretty sure he's trying to say there. That's awesome, mate. That's really cool. My first trout on fly was by accident, actually. That was on the Thompson River near the Thompson Bridge there, where the railway is. I don't know if you're ever down in Vic, but that's on the way to Walhalla, small gold mining township, historic township. There's a train station there. There's the Thompson River's just below that. And I was playing around with fly fishing rod, and I've still got that rod actually. Yeah, I'd sort of given up hope, and the nymph was just sort of floating down. I went to pick up the line, and the fish was on the end of the rod, so doesn't really count that as a catch. I still fooled the fish though, I guess, but I wasn't really fishing at that time per se. But yeah, that was probably about 11 or 12 years old then. So yeah, that was my first fish on fly. There's a story for you. Yeah, sorry, auto type. He says, yeah, I figured that might be the case. I do that all the time. I probably sound like an absolute spaz to some people when I speak with text. So yeah, that's that. So what were we talking about? Oh yeah, that's right. Cod. Already talked about cod, local freshwater fishing. Not much going on in the freshwater scene of things. We've got a like on the video already. Thanks for liking. If you are enjoying the video, of course, like away. We've got 8 people on. Who have we got on other than that? We've got Shane Bardsley. Got any advice on keeping springs on hooks? Buy better springs is what I would say. I helped you out with that one on the day, Shano, and it was horrible. I don't know what the hell was going on with that. But yeah, generally spring type bait keepers on the EWGs are reasonably okay. We don't seem to have any issues with them. It could be the plastic that was causing that as well. It was a Z-Man we were using, which aren't really that good for those things, I don't reckon. But yeah, that's all I can really say about that, Shano. But yeah, get any advice for catching fish wherever he went, because all I did was drive the boat all day. You caught all the fish, which is only one, but you get that. Yeah. Yeah, so anyone else in the chat want to say good day and talk? This obviously is a community that we're trying to grow here. So if you've got any stories, any updates or any fishing stories or anything that's going on that you've had any success over the last month, let us know. Happy to share that. Obviously, that'd be good. But obviously, in the meantime, I'll get up to what we got up to this month, and that was, as I said, getting into some trout fishing, and I went chasing some bass with Mark, which will be a premiere video coming up after this one, which was a bit of a set forward on that one. So yeah, I was meant to be Sunday this weekend, but I've got some fishing planned for the weekend, so I'm not going to make it back in time probably to get the live and that video ready. So I brought it all forward. Paul Melov's here. G'day, Paul. Thanks for tuning in, mate. How's the fishing going? Have you been out in the local recently, mate? I would like to know. For any of you who don't know, Paul Melov is a regular comp angler that does all the Vic Brim stuff and stuff like that with his dad, I believe, and he's been around the fishing scene for quite a long time. Lots of experience, probably loads more than me. But yeah, if you have any questions about brim fishing, Paul Muller is your man, especially around Melbourne and anywhere east of Victoria, especially. He gets out that way a lot. So yeah. Yeah, Willemstad area was pretty good the other morning. Looking forward to Cooter Vic Brim next weekend. Awesome. I think Mike, my friend Mike's going to be at that one. So yeah, Mike Reber. He's also a comp angler. Does a couple every now and then. It was a lot more serious a few years back, but yeah, he just does some the odd one here and there. But it's good to see you still kicking on with the comp stuff, Paul, and Yeah, I haven't seen too many videos from you. I did enjoy your Carl Jochimson video and stuff like that. Yeah. Mike and Stu are always up the pointy end. Yes, they are, mate. They definitely catch some fish, and it's good. I'm a bit envious of them sometimes, I must be honest, especially when it comes to the bream fishing. But them boys have been doing it for a while, so that's good. Yeah, so what else was we talking about? Oh, that's right. Yeah, I was, before Paul jumped on there, I was talking about getting out and chasing bass. I was out with Mark Whitford out east in Gippsland Way, chasing some bass, and we got a hold of some awesome fish. We basically hit Donkey Town, basically. So the smallest fish we caught on the Sunday when we both caught fish was, sorry, not Sunday, on the Monday that we both caught fish. The smallest fish we got was 45 tips. So it was an absolute slogfest on the big fish there. So we absolutely had a ball out on the bass that day. All on a Gancraft Joining Claw 128, so 128 glide baits. It was absolutely incredible to experience that, and in brand new water for myself. And yeah, it was just all the things happened. It was a pretty ordinary Sunday. It was belting down with rain and horrible. So yeah, it was a ripping bass trip, man. Largest fish went 51, which was Mark's. That's a new PB. So yeah, he finally hit the 50 mark. I was hoping to get to that, but not really. Didn't really get to that point. But pretty stoked with a new PB at 47, and matched my PB with another two fish with 246s. So 246s and 247s for me. Mark got a 45, a 46, and the 51 on the day as well. So some cracking. Paul says some cracking bass you guys caught. Did you say 128 mil lure sight? Yes, 128 mil Gancraft. So what the boys use are the flatties and stuff down in the brackish and all that down at Gippsland Lakes and that. They're using those. But thought we'd try them out on the bass and see if we got any, and we ended up smacking some. So it was really cool. I know that Dill Pace uses, I think it's the depth slide swimmer on the perch as well. So yeah, I'm actually chasing some perch this weekend, which is going to be really funny. So 40 plus club all day long, says J Cat. Yeah, thanks, mate. It was a ripper of a trip. We really, really enjoyed ourselves. That was probably the highlight of this month, I must say. And hopefully it's a good ripper video for you after this one. It'll be a premiere. So yeah, I've got it scheduled for 8 o'clock, but I might bring it forward and just hit it premiere straight after this video, guys. So definitely check that out. Once you're finished with the premiere, though, if you haven't checked that out already, Mark's had his bass video up already for about probably a week. So, or maybe longer, actually. He's had it up for a while. Definitely check that out as well. After that, I've left a link on to his channel on my video as well. So jump across and check out Mark's video as well. So, yeah. Mike says, hey, mate. How you going, Mike? We were just talking about you, actually, earlier on the live with Paul saying that you and Stewie up the pointy end of the Brim Cuda Vic Brim Classic there. So that's good. Minute and Stupid Fishing Adventures is looking forward to it. I hope everyone's looking forward to it. Spent a bit of time on this video. Hopefully you guys enjoy it anyway. So that's that. Do bass fight hard? Never got one yet, mate. You are missing out if you haven't caught a bass yet. So trout go well, estuary perch go well. I reckon bass go twice as hard. So, they hit, like at larger sizes, they hit similar to cod. They're big implosion feeders, so they suck the lure right down the back of their gob and they hit really hard, especially when they're being aggressive and feeding hard. They really, really smash it. And they have some dog in them too. So, yeah, they love just trying to ram back home into their snag or get you tangled up in rocks and all kinds of stuff. Evening or any places you know of in West Gippsland for redfin. West Gippsland, I'm not too familiar with, Robert. That's Robert Kerr speaking, by the way. I'm not really familiar with over West Gippsland specifically. I've been over west, like around Halls Gap, fishing, was it Lake Belfield, I think it is, and Fyans. I didn't do very well at Fyans. I only spent about an hour there, and I ended up at, I think it's Belfield. I might be wrong there. I got a decent size ready there. I was just there for a bit of a morning session. I was over in the Grampians with my over with my family and my wife and all them and some friends. Fyans 8 West Gippsland. Yeah, I know, Shane. That's what I said. I said West Gippsland I'm not familiar with, but out west way, Halls Gap, you're being real specific on me there, bro. Yeah. I know it's not West Gippsland, but that's all the only west area I've been and chased redfin. So that's all I can really give you, Robert. I know it's probably not going to help you much. If anyone's been chasing West Gippsland redfin, please let Robert know. If you're tuning in on this later, leave it in the comments in response if you can. As I said, this is trying to build a community here, so trying to help out each other wherever we can. So, yeah, that's that. What else we got? What are we up to? Shane, is the rolled CRV in West Gippy? Oh, what a burn. Thank you, Mike. That I should have said that. That was great. I love that. For those of you who don't know, Shane, my friend, borrowed my car and ended up rolling it on its lid. So that's why some of my other mates will give him a bit of a trolley for that. Nah, South Echuca. Yes, that is where it ended up. So my green car is dead. Much thanks to Shane Bartley for throwing it down the road. So, yeah. Right. So that actually made me, very, very happy to see that. And that's very funny to see. Thanks for that good laugh, Mike. That was great. Oh, God. What's on next month? That's what I'll get to. Next month is an exciting one. As I said, this weekend, I'll call next month because we're not obviously covering that in this month's video. We are heading out South Gippsland Ways to chase some estuary perch. So we'll be out that way. Hopefully I can give a report and get some good video over there for that one. Hopefully the weather holds out and I can get some good footage for one to get some content for the Hoobat boys. We'll get bait and tackle, that is. And also hopefully get a vlog out of that chasing some different species, which I haven't chased for a while on the channel. That's estuary perch, of course, which is similar to bass, similar kind of things. So, yeah. I'll just come back onto your comment in a second, Tony. I will get to you in a minute. I'm just going to get through the rest of this what's on for next month bit, but I'll come back to that. What else we got? Yeah. Yeah, that's right. I'll be doing some work in preparation for winter on my boat with any luck as well. So sort of end of the month, I'm going to hopefully throw some money at that. Hopefully get a cast stick built on that and some electric work done. That's if I've got enough money behind me to get that done. Yeah. The boat is up and running now. So I will hopefully get some winter cod, hopefully getting out and chasing some cod over through winter. So, yeah, wife will be chasing some with the woolies on as well. So she wants to get one. She loves coming out on the SS Office, which we've dubbed it now, thanks to Shane. You can't get away from it now. It's got a hashtag, so that's it. That's what we're getting up to next month. So I'm just reading through notes here so I can not forget. That's right. So while I'm chasing cod, obviously, because that's a bit of a grind usually in the winter months, and being that I don't have scope and sounding equipment that is of a massively technologically advanced setup, it's probably going to be more of a grind for me than others. So it'll be a long time between getting a video on that, I would assume. Hopefully I get a good fish for that particular video. But in the meantime, I'll be doing some review videos on some gear. I've got travel rods I've been using a bit, a Bone Voyage rod. If anyone's interested in Bone Voyage stuff, I really, really like their rods. I've got a dry bag review to be doing as well. I've used that for the last year. Got some notes on that. Hopefully get you some ideas of whether you want to buy something like that yourself, especially if you're in the YouTube game or, that sort of stuff. Salt cod. No, Murray cod, Shane, at Eildon. Yes. Anyways, coming back to Tony Collier, he says, "Hi, buddy. Just wondering if Blue Rock Dam's worth a throw and what you would catch in there, if anything." Yes, Blue Rock Dam is an absolute monster of a lake. It's a great lake to chase bass in. You can chase trout as well. I've actually just stocked it with some yearling trout. So, I mean, they'll be hanging around. That'll be probably a good shout, especially if you're taking kids out and and doing stuff. Mark Whitford says, "Hey mate, how you going, Mark?" I'll come back to you in a minute. Yeah, so Blue Rock's definitely worth a crack, mate. If you've got a kayak, that's going to help you chase bass a little bit more. Or even if you've got a boat, you can get up the river arm and chase some bass and stuff like that, which is usually good. But the main lake has actually been fishing a little bit better recently off the weed flats and and stuff like that. I assume, I don't know what they've been chasing them on. I believe that probably they're just using soft plastics, I imagine, doing, hopping through the weed beds and stuff like that at the moment on the bass. So, yeah, bass, it's one of our best bass lakes in Victoria, in my opinion. If you don't get massive size bass in there, Tony, but you will get numbers, and the average size is starting to slowly creep up. I mean, average size is probably about that 25 centimetre mark, I'd say now, at an average. If you're using top water lures, average size is going to drop a fair bit. It's going to be like anywhere between 10 and 30 centimetres are your sort of average size fish on top water lures out that way. It's not the best time of year for top water anyway now, but yeah, if you work in plastics, you'll get anything between 25 centimetre size right up to that 40 to 43 centimetre size as a good fish goes. If you're lucky, you'll get into something a bit bigger, 44, 46 centimetre. My PB out of that lake is 46, and that was on a what was that on? That was on a chatterbait, I think. Yeah. Good man. Thanks for coming from South Australia. Wonder if we're towing boat across. Oh, yeah, good. Yeah. If you've got a boat and you've got time to use it and you're doing some proper fishing with it, I wouldn't say no. I'd jump in there and have a go. It's worth a day. It's a very picturesque spot anyway. Like you'll enjoy it out in the water. Just watch out for the standing timber. There is a lot of standing timber in that lake. Okay, especially if you're going up the river arm. Just be careful of that. But yeah. Jacob Dalzell, what fly line is good in your opinion? Okay, I've got Rio trout line on my current setup, mate, which is 3-weight weight forward floating trout line. It's kind of in your better to medium sort of class sort of size line. I'd assume it's a bit over 100. But the rule of thumb with fly line is spend more on the line than the reel, because the line is what makes it easiest to cast, basically. So mine's a Rio trout 3-weight weight forward. I can't remember the exact one. I'll come back to you on that one. Actually, I'll get actually, darling, have you got a minute? There's a little cardboard box in my office. It's got all the fly line and stuff in there, the boxes and that from it. You can grab that for me. I'll get my wife to grab that, and we'll have a chat about that in a minute. I'll give you everything that I'm using at the moment. Jacob, that is. Mark Weaver says hello. Hello, Mark. I said hello before. How long's your bass video been up, mate? If you're still on, let me know. But yeah, I've organised links and stuff like that off my channel to go to your video after that. So hopefully you get another bump up on views on that one. Commander Distributed Fishing Adventure says you never know if you never go, Tony, which is 100% correct. I agree with that. 8 days, I think. Oh yeah. So Mark's video, the bass video, has been up for 8 days. So he's definitely been up there for a while. But if you haven't checked it out, definitely get a look at it after you've jumped onto the premiere tonight of mine. So yeah, right. I got through most of what I've got to get through. I forgot to talk about the giveaway this evening. We've got a cod lure pack giveaway, similar to the last lure pack giveaway we did on the cod side of things. I got a hard body, which is the little froggy pattern number 2 size stump jumper. I figured go with a number 2 because 2 is going to catch a yellow belly as well as bycatch and cod. The smaller lures also good for the skinny water and bigger water. Yeah, all really good. I've got a Bassman Codman. This is a 1/2 ounce single arm Codman series in like a orange fluorescent and the little willow. The Colorado blade setup. So yeah, single arm spinnerbaits are great. They've got a really good fall rate, and 1/2 ounce is good for just about any kind of water as well. yeah, you can use it in bigger rivers and you can use it in your small skinny stuff as well. So worth it and all that. Last is another surface lure. We got the Codger surface lure. It's on the floor. Yeah, Codger surface lure, little jointed surface paddler, nice black and orange. I don't know, I've got the black and orange bug at the moment. It's just, I didn't actually realise I'd done that the other day when I picked it up from Hook Up Bait and Tackle. Again, thank you to Hook Up Bait and Tackle for supplying the gear that we are giving away today. If you are unaware of already, Hook Up Bait and Tackle supply tackle to the channel for giveaways. I purchased it from them. They give 10% discounts to customers that come in who are subscribers of Fisherman's Office as well. So take advantage of that subscription, guys. If you are local to the Ferntree Gully area and you would like to visit Hook Up Bait and Tackle, Glenn, Casey, Romy, Sean, any of those guys, they'll look after you well. And you get a 10% discount if you are a subscriber of our channel here. So take advantage of that. Yeah, so that's pretty much that. What do we got here? We've got some comments coming through community-wise. Did you get any? I just need the box of fly tackle, all the box of old line stuff like that in there. It's on the floor inside the office. Yes, please. Yeah, so did you get any cod footage, Mark? Question mark, says Shane Bardsley. Yeah, got everything except the hookup of the metery, which is a bit sad. Oh, yeah, that's right. Mark got a meter 4, I think, wasn't it? 104, Mark, in the Murray just recently, which was off the top as well, I think. So, yeah. So that's Mark's formula of choice. You want meteries, just throw top water because that's, I think both these meteries have been caught on top water lures. So, yeah. Yeah, 104 off the top. That's awesome. That was it a cooler bug, cod cracker or something like that? One of the big jointed paddlers you got, I think, isn't it? Yeah. My Committed Supers Fishing Adventures says, congrats on the top PB. Sure was. Pardon me. Sorry, guys. I am just getting through, making sure I have got everything here. I'm just waiting for my wife to come back to us with that. It's on the floor right next to everything. It's in a big cardboard box. You can't miss it. Yeah. One cardboard box full of line and all that stuff. Boxes of line and stuff. Line boxes. Sorry, she's I've sent her on the goose chase here to get this box of stuff for Jacob so I can tell him exactly what line and stuff I've got on this fly stuff. So yeah. I was going to say I got out with Alex, chased some trout on the fly. Just a recreational go, had a bit of a go. Throwing nymphs and a dry dropper as well. So that was fun. Just around what was that? That was sort of northeastish, I guess you would say, sort of around heading towards Eildon, basically, one of the smaller rivers out that way. I ended up with sort of half a dozen, all rainbows actually. I only got rainbow trout that day, which was cool. I got some great colours in there too. I didn't get any photos either, which I probably should do more of. Probably be a bit more active on socials if I was taking photos of fish and all that stuff. Did you find it?
No.
On the floor, it's a cardboard box. Guys, I'll be right back. I'm just going to go get this box because my wife is blind. Be right back.
On the floor next to the chair. On the floor.
A cardboard box full of fly stuff.
There's nothing.
All right, we're good. I found it. My wife has got rented eyeballs this evening, but that's okay. Right. Rio Perception is what I've got. Jacob, if you're still here waiting for this to come, you're an absolute legend because I'm not sure if you're even still here because it's taken that long to get that. But that's okay.
Sorry.
So Rio Perception, weight forward, so WF 3 weight, and it's floating line. So that's what my line is. The retail cost of this was $119.99, so just under $120 for the line. Okay, now you have to be careful. Obviously, depends on what rod setup you've got. If you've got a 3 weight rod and you put 6 weight line on it, for example, it's not going to cast it very well. And the same goes vice versa for, if you've got a 5-6 weight rod or a 4 or 5 weight rod or something like that, then you'll have to put 4 or 5 weight line on that rod. So you can still get the same Rio Perception line. It'll just be, weight forward 5 for a 5 weight rod, for example. So that's how that works. And equivalent backing and all that stuff as well. Jump into your tackle shop and have a chat with them guys about it. They will be able to point you in the right direction. But yeah, spend a lot more money on the line than on the rod and the reel if you're going to get new stuff. Okay, mate? So yeah, hopefully that helps. Anyway, what else have I got? If you dry flies, this stuff from Loom, you got this, it's not in here obviously, but it's like a fly dip. Okay, so this is like a floatant, so it just helps keep your fly, dry, stop it from sinking, basically. So that's helping that. Little nippers and things like that. They're all really handy to have on the water when you use them. So that's that. Hawksy was saying, I was thinking that on the drive home. We didn't take a single pic the whole morning. Yeah, I know. We're too busy talking nonsense and enjoying me fall out of trees and all that fun stuff. I fell out of a tree that day. Trying to get a $2 fly, a $2 copper john out of a tree, which was pretty interesting. But anyway, all good fun. Broke me waders, all that fun stuff. So yeah, all good. So Jacob, hopefully that helps, and we're all good. So we have 13 people on the live still. If you are interested and would like to be entered into the giveaway for tonight, just put down in the comments of the top chat here to say, what did we say? Enter me, and I'll put your name in as we get them. And I'm just going to open up the wheel here. Hold fire for a second. I'm just going to open up my little spinny wheel here. And we'll get there. Add new. Right, and I'm just going to do it as we go, darling. So we go. Mike Reba says, enter me. All right, let's just put this in. Mike, okay. Who else we got? Jacob Del Real. Pitbull customers, leave me out again, Lee. No worries, Les. Thanks, mate. Jeff Bade wants to be entered again. Thanks for joining in, Jeff, as always. What have we got? We got J Cat. And who else we got? Tony Collier. That is not how you spell your name, Tony. I'm sorry. That's better. You said it right. Not many do. Oh. No worries, mate. Thanks for that. Right. So enter me, leave me out, enter me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 in at the moment. Anyone else want to enter the Cod Lure Pack giveaway? Just put in the chat comments, enter me. So please put me. Robert Kerr says, please put me in the draw. Don't enter me. Now that is very disturbing, and I now realize that that's horrible sounding. Thank you. Oh goodness me. You said okay. So Robert, you are put in the draw, not entered. Jonathan Wadding says enter MW. I don't know who MW is. She's nominating MW. That's not Mark Whitford, is it? She's meant to say enter me. You don't get this. You don't get this. What are you doing? She's like full on. She's full on. She's full on like trolling my own live. What a. I'm not going to call her anything. She's lovely. My wife. Who else? We got Robert Kerr. My wife's not entered in. Shane's just laughing. Les is just laughing. Committed to stupid fishing ventures. Do you want to be entered into the draw to win the cod pack, mate? I'm just giggling now seeing all these enter me's. Riley Downing wants enter me's. Okay. Riley. Downing. Downing? Yes. Okay. Anyone else? I'm barred. Hey. Nah, Shane, you haven't won. You haven't been in many, so you can enter one if you want, mate. That's probably if you want to enter, you can enter, mate. I'll put you in anyway. Shane Bardsley. If you win, though, you're barred again for a little while. Charlie Barnes. Hello, Charlie. Do you want to be entered into the giveaway this evening? Just say enter me or put me in the draw, whatever you want to say. Just make sure you make it known that you want to be in. Sure, why not? Okay, that'll be done. Charlie Barnes. Done. Maybe a better way to enter next time would be a good idea, says Rain with no fish. Connor, shut up, mate. You wouldn't know. Maybe people like to be entered, okay? Some people like to be entered, all right? I'll put... Connor, you want to be in this giveaway? No, sure. You haven't said enter me, though. You're banned if you don't say enter me. What? Sure, why not, Charlie Barnes? Yep. Okay, we got that. Oh, I didn't do Q&A. I'll do it after. I'll do it after we get the names in. That's all right. We'll give it a chance. Actually, while we're waiting for more people to say, put me in the draw, I'll do the Q&As. Now let's see. Where are we? Just going to this. I only got Q&As from Instagram this evening. So Connor is asking, how's the fishing been for you recently? Hasn't been that great, but I mean, I've caught a few good fish. I did get some bass and stuff like that. Obviously, I've already spoken about those things. So yeah, definitely. I definitely have enjoyed this month, but it's been a little bit lackluster on the volume of fish that I've been catching. So yeah, and therefore videos have been a bit stretched and not as frequent, but hopefully better videos as a result of being a bit more fussy about what we're making, as I've said in the last night. Shane Fishing says, how did you break my pliers? Well, it's easy. There's a cast imperfection in those pliers, mate. That's what I reckon. Yeah. I got a hook stuck in, I think it was my bag. I don't know if it was my bag or Shane's bag strap, and I've tried to get the pliers. I've got the pliers out. I basically just pulled on the hook, and one half of the plier just broke off. And I was just like, how? How does that happen? That's how I broke your pliers. But anyway, Mark says, how's your bloke looking? Filthy at the moment. It's got what looks like Murray mud all over it, but it's all from the oven strip, and I haven't cleaned it yet still. It's getting a wash in the rain right now, so that's that. So that's that. Boat is going okay. Need to fix up some dance floor area and get some electrics done next. So that's hopefully towards the end of this month. I'll be able to get that sorted, which I've already spoken about as well. But yeah, that's all good. So that's it for Q&A because there wasn't much else going on. What else? I'm just double checking. Why not? I lost much Too much gear trying to get that little muzz. Oh, yes. Oh, for anyone who's wondering, Connor, Ranger with No Fish, got his, was it your first cod on lure this month? Oh, what first cod on lure ever? Connor, I think he got his first cod on lure. Congratulations to yourself, mate. You've done a bit of hard work trying to get that fish. So, and obviously you've donated some lures as well. So you've done your bit. Well done. I think it was on a Codman spinnerbait, wasn't it? One of these one? Or is it a DT, like a double trouble two twin arm, or is it a single arm? Let me know. Anyway, Riggs Stuff says, enter me. Hope you enjoyed Lubin Talk the other week. I did. Oh, were you at the Lubin Talk, were you, Riggs? That's awesome. I definitely did. And I guess you spotted me on that night. And yeah, I don't know if I spoke to you or not. Sorry if I've forgotten who you are, but yeah. Thank you for tuning in tonight and entering. So Riggs Stuff. Exact same as that, just red tipped instead of orange. Okay, so exactly the same half ounce Codman spinnerbait is what caught Connor's fish, but it was a black and red, not a black and orange. So yeah, not that color really makes too much difference. It's mainly the color that gets the fisherman, not the fish, I would say. So yeah. I think we're pretty well ready to have the spin go on this live. We've got quite a number of names in here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you've got a 1 in 11 chance of winning the cod lure pack. So I will I'll do the spin in a second. Jacob says, I have managed to get my dad's vintage fly reel 50 to 60-year-old. Is that a Crouch reel by chance, mate? I've actually got a Crouch fly reel myself. I really like it. It's made fully of aluminium. It's really, really cool. Yeah, I absolutely love it. Yeah, haven't used it, but it's very cool. It's my grandfather's, so yeah, pretty cool thing. Anyway, getting back onto that. No, Macau. I think it's Macau. If you read that, if we read that correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, if I pronounce that wrong, Jacob. But yeah, one last thing before I do draw the giveaway, being that one of the mentions for in previous post was trying to flesh out with fishing reports. If any of you guys, obviously a Victorian fisherman, and you want to help me out with reports and give me reports, just email me on the fishermansoffice@gmail.com. If you've seen some consistency with an area or something like that, or if you're fishing a particular area of Victoria regularly, whether it's been Central Vic, Northeast Vic, Eastern Vic, even Far East, like out towards estuary systems, Malakuta, and what Paul Mallow was talking about over there. Any of those sorts of any kind of fishing info that we can put on here and help people, obviously benefit from that with new information. Obviously, I'm only one guy. I can only do so much fishing. So I can only report on what I've really done. So if you want to help me out and do that, we'd like to grow this community a bit and get some fishing reports going and get some more info flowing. So if you're keen on that, drop us an email. We'll try to hopefully get you mediating in the comments as well, which will help us out and hopefully grow out. That way I'm not just sitting here blabbering to a camera on my own. So yeah, but I'm really happy with the comments tonight. It's been great. Again, if you enjoyed this, drop likes on it. If you like to leave supers, which are a form of monetization that I use, that also helps out as well. Helps us fund, more buying of lures and giveaways and just channel growth things, whether it be new camera gear or, that sort of stuff, petrol, get out where we're going. Anything helps, and we really, really appreciate it. So, yeah, my wife definitely appreciates it because, I'm spending all our money on fuel and tackle at the moment. But, yeah, anyways, we'll do the draw. We won't blabber on anymore. I've got a stump jumper. I've got Codman spinnerbait, and I've got a Codger Surface Walker ready to spin for. Here we go. When I hit the button. Who's the winner? Here we go. Rig Stuff, the last entry of the night, has got the goods. Rig Stuff, well, we see with that Lube and Pfeiffer night the other night, so you must be fairly local. Drop us an email, thefishermansoffice@gmail.com, and let us know what your location details, all that sort of stuff, and we will get it out to you as soon as we possibly can. If you're very local, I'll probably just drop it off to you because I'm in Croydon North. So if you're in the local area, I'll just zip it off to you one night when I'm on my way home from work, or on a weekend if I'm on my way out somewhere. So I've done that for the last couple. And but yeah, if you're not local and whatever, I'll just post it out to you. That's no problem. We'll get it out to you as soon as possible. Send us through those details to the Fisherman's Office @gmail.com. We're going to wrap it up, guys. We got a premiere to get to, which is going to happen very soon. We've got about 15 minutes to go, but I'll probably launch that pretty quickly. Rig Stuff sends awesome thanks. No worries, guys. Hope you enjoyed this month's live. We'll see you next month. I'll send you some more posts and some more videos soon.